Joined right now by the Arctic Monkeys. Matt and Alex, how are you guys doing?
Good.
I mean, it must feel good to have a platinum record here in Australia. Did you guys have any way to celebrate your success?
I'm just learning about that.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
You didn't realise?
Yeah, didn't realise.
It's just facts and figures to me.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe we'll
here
have
I
to
am
celebrate now.
informing right now. Celebrate. Well, do you have any plans now after this interview? How are you going to celebrate your newly discovered
Bridge
hits?
walk.
Loads of oysters and a bridge walk.
I mean, do each of you get a different buzz, different kicks from different facets of what you do?
There's a fundamental sort of buzz you get, I suppose, out of like playing a show that you can't really get around that, even if it's like the 200th one. We've always been like, we've been on tour for like the last 10 years pretty much. The sort of like victory, if there is a victory, like seems to come more, for me now anyway, like at the sort of conception of the song, or like the moment in the studio when you have that breakthrough or whatever. The backslapping is harder than it is like after like Madison Square Garden or something.
That rock and roll, That rock and roll, it just won't go away.
When you were discussing, you're on stage saying how rock and roll is just, it will never go anywhere. I wanted to know what keeps rock and roll healthy, and maybe what makes rock and roll unhealthy.
I think the thing about that thing is, in the context of the Brit Awards, which it was, I think it's easy for us in that situation or that context of a kind of mainstream awards ceremony where we're perhaps the only guitar band there, really. I think it's easy to start to feel like, or act like you want to behave like some sort of guitar music or rock and roll emissary, like within that context,
Invoice me for the microphone if you need to.
Did the Brits invoice you for that microphone?
I don't believe so. It didn't reach me if they did. Yeah, I mean, that was like...
Probably take 1 or 2 drops, microphone like that.
Yeah.
It was probably my favourite part.
Yeah, I think a little bit, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I remember like we went out in Sheffield a few nights after that and I was like talking to somebody and they were like, why did you like drop that thing? She's like, no, someone said like, did you mean to drop it? I was like, fuck, I don't think I did actually.
Joined right now by the Arctic Monkeys. Matt and Alex, how are you guys doing?
Good.
If you look at bands in general, they have their life goals, and most of them would think, all right, I want to get a number one, I want to eventually play stadiums. You guys have already ticked all these boxes that most bands would try to reach for, and very kind of quickly. So what's the goal now?
Well, I suppose all them things you mentioned, it's never like there was things we necessarily set out to do in the beginning, like our goal to start with was really to just get through playing one song like in the garage or something, and then it became like to play a show or to make a recording, and then it kind of went on from there. I guess it's perhaps become more about what we can do creatively. Like now there is obviously more conversations about the sound of the record that we're going to want to make, because you become more of a like master of your ideas or whatever. Like, so I think it's just to like this album. I think this last album was a stretch. There was some ambition there with like what we were trying to do. I guess now the ambition perhaps is more in the studio than like playing a big show or something.
Why'd you only call me when you're high?
Cool to see someone that was like the queen of pop, like a Miley Cyrus, playing one of your tracks and making it on like a bubblegum pop song.
Yeah.
So is that a headspin for you?
Totally, yeah, and like don't get me wrong, I'm aware that in a sense we are pop stars as well, you know, it's like we're kind of on that beach now, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's, yeah, I get a kick out of like her covering that, totally, yeah, why not? And like, yeah.